A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city, based not on the man, but on the automobile. The car. The symbol of freedom and vitality. Where every man can own his own home, and have room to breathe, and not be overlooked by his neighbors. A city where a man's home is his castle. A quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory. A city of opportunists. A city of dreams, where Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire planet. A city of pioneers. A city of dreamers. A city of undercurrents, where not everything is as it seems. A 20th century city that will become a model for the world. A city that has no boundaries, that will stretch as far as the eye can see. In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for, and that you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
KGBL calling caller 14 Adam. 14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective at ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniform assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Here we go again. They don't request uniforms for an evidence search unless there's some kind of catch. Ever the optimist. From the beam of sunshine himself.
Então, retornando aqui diretaço para um jogo bem, né, diferentão deste, mas... Onde que é o negócio mesmo? Ah, aqui. Ali os guardinhas, coleguinha.
Floyd Rose, homicide. You might back up?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put 2 in the Vic's head and then threw his piece. I need you guys to try and recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurried up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
Só mais um...
This is a fist hump. Just going through the motions.
Probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to
Estadunidense.
the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. 2 heads are always better than 1.
Estadunidense, estadunidense, né? Sendo filho da puta com qualquer outra pessoa. Estadunidense branco, né? Isso. Uma garrafinha?
Look at this junk.
Jornalzinho. Só lixo.
It's
Mas
not my
então.
job to pick through other people's trash.
Tá, cara. Cara chato. Ó.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Então, depois de um joguinho de terror, vamos colocar uma coisinha mais neutra, né? Que não precisa ser...
Phelps, anything?
Espera, cara, eu tô vendo. Para de ser chato. Não precisa ser dedo no cu e gritaria o tempo todo, né?
I tell you, I'm jinxed. I always get landed with this crap.
Uma arma.
There's something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
A reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon. I'm gonna see if I can find a way up there.
All right, don't hurt yourself.
Onde que tem reflexo, gente? Esse cara é um ótimo policial. Parabéns. Mas...
The gun's up on the roof, right? So we need to find a way up.
É, eu sei. Relaxa. Vamos subir pelo cano. Bom jogo. Então,
What kind of chumps do these homicide guys think we are?
bituquinha.
Nope.
Garrafinha.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Tá. Um jogo meio diferente, meio de nicho mesmo, né? Isso.
How you doing, Cole? Found it yet?
Chegar lá. Como? Tem que subir mais em canos? Talvez.
I don't even want to think about what that smell is.
Como agora, querido? Como tu pretende chegar lá, caralho?
Probably dope needles around here as well.
Onde caralho está a arma? Que não sei. Tá. Ah, tá aqui. Caralho. Tô cega. Ah, tá. Ela não tava... Pra mim ela tava presa no vidro, mas... Ok.
Smith & Wesson, serial S71893.
Ó.
2 rounds fired. And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
Tá.
We should follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
Calma, deixa eu ver aqui. Tem um caderninho, né? Walter Payton. Tem esse... Não tem. Negro, vítima de assassinato, baleado 2 vezes a queima-roupa. Então. Suspeito de assassinato. Testemunha escreveu um homem branco alto. Detetive Floyd Rose, castanhos, cabelo castanho, idade 42, investigador de homicídio primeiro na cena do tiroteio. Um filho da puta estadunidense. Não, peraí. Calma. Jogo, calma, jogo. Mancha de sangue na porta dos fundos, respingando no chão do beco. O beco do chão. Revólver Smith Wesson, número de série, pireiro, papapá. 2 disparos realizados. Tá. É a arma do crime, obviamente, né? Localizações. Beco da cena do crime. Beco da cena do crime. Né? Loja de armas. Venda de armas. Definir destino.
Are you sure about this? It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks and help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
It'll be fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
Esse jogo aqui ele é bem lento, é bem diferente do TVFN, que é correria, dedo no cu e gritaria e qualquer outro jogo de terror, assim. Investigação, né, cara? Esse é um detetivizão e foda-se. Não é um máfia da vida, mas é bem... Ser detetive, detetivizar coisas e investigar coisas, e é isso. E tá 30 FPS porque eu não achei um jeito de tirar dos 30 FPS, então vai ficar assim. Não tem rota não, querido? Eu que lute mesmo? Caralho. Que sacanagem. Ah não, acho que tem sim, peraí. Não, não tem rota não. E o carro vira que é uma maravilha, né? Ironicamente, não existia direção hidráulica nessa época. Ai!
I hope they didn't get our number belts.
Ok. Ok. Não era a intenção bater num civil. Mas acontece. Pra onde que é mesmo o negócio? Se menor dessa eu tô indo pro lado certo? Oh, tô. Beleza. É que né? Ô, que isso? Vamos respeitar, né? Sou policial. Ó o carinha piscando. Bom jogo. Galeria de tiro fica aberta 24 horas? Disso eu não sabia.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner.
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
27. Hum. 27.
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February 46. Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
Parece estar sendo meio irônico. Mas eu vou deixar passar. Não vou te prender, não tem nem arma, eu acho.
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lead the way, Gunga Den.
Vamos lá, então. Eu não ligo pisca, né? Cara, jogar 30 FPS é meio bizarro. Tipo, um joguinho que tá andando de carro a 30 FPS é meio bizarro. Mas... vai ter que ser isso.
Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true.
One of a God damn it, Cole!
Ai, cortou o diálogo. Que merda.
So.
Ah, não.
Seems a little too good to be true. One of a kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name. If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal master.
Indo pro lado certo. Tô. Vai que não.
Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. You really are full of it.
Tá, né? Na outra rua ainda? Não, é aqui. Cadê o apartamento do cara? Cadê? Ele? Não sei. É aqui? Ah, tá, maçã dourada, então é essa. É como se daqui a pouco fosse aparecer alguém com uma faca. Querendo esfaquear, saca? Com essa música de fundo.
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer. What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him,
No
Ralph.
way. You're not taking me down for this.
Que isso, porra?
Ready, tough guy?
That way.
Ó. Vamos deitar o velho. Deitamos o velho. Tranquilo. Não levei um soco.
Ralph, you all right?
I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Keep an eye on him, Ralph. I'm gonna take a look around.
Diário?
List of names and a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Não.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247, requesting.
Qual foi? O cara não quer saber das paradas?
You dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
Didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two, Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill. Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
Esse maluco de militar é sempre meio maluco quando é alguma coisa assim. Tudo tão estereotipado.
You picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. The force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identifying code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from here.
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Roger KGPL. 14 Adam en route.
Vamos lá! Atrás de um suspeito de roubo. Mas é sério, todos os caras que são militares são estereotipados pra caralho. Tipo, independente do que seja. Desculpa.
You're actually aiming for these people. Make it quick, you guys. The cops are here. We gotta move it.
Caralho. 12. O cara foi de 12, mano. Os caras realmente estão poucas ideias. Headshot. Quase.
Kill a cop, and it's the electric chair.
Quase. Vamos lá. Menos um. Se é que tem mais alguém.
That's it? We got them all? I
Não
think
sei.
we got them, Cole. Should be all clear.
Matamos o assaltante.
Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation. So I guess...
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. I'm glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner.
Polícia do estadunidense, isso, né?
This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive it first, Cole. You're the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Dilemas, né?
Cole Phelps and Jack Kelso. With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before. He jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car. Wendell Bowers! Stop! LAPD!
Vamos lá, corre.
Why you? Watch it!
Pula.
He's hiding in the alley!
Que isso? Que isso? O maluco aí quase atropelou. Quase atropelou a autoridade.
Right there. Stop now or I will shoot.
Vamos lá.
Tell you again,
O gordinho, tu corre, hein?
Watch your fire. Don't want to do this, Wendell.
Tá maluco?
Get
O
down
gordinho tá
right
bem.
now. Give it up, Wendell.
Vamos lá, a gente pega ele. Que isso, velho?
You gotta be kidding. You fucking asked for it.
Nossa, o maluco deu uma bica. Tu deu uma bica na autoridade. Agora tu tá fudido. Ninguém dá bica em autoridade, brother. Tem sorte que não é polícia do Brasil, porque senão tu tinha te levado um tiro. Independente de quem tu fosse.
Give it up, Bowers. There's nowhere left to go.
Vamos pegar o velho. Caralho!
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves. Come on then, pretty boy.
O gordinho é bom, hein? Olha. Vamos lá.
Uniform makes you feel tough, does it?
Na verdade, não. Deu? Foi?
What you doing, Wendell? Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Mais memórias da guerra.
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
Bora correr de novo? Não. Ainda não.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
I swear, this town is going straight.
Outro clichêzão.
Stay back. Let us do our job.
Os caras com...
Broad daylight. Crowded street. I've seen everything.
Os caras não gostam de outras partes da polícia, tipo da homicídios e tal.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
Tem uma coisa brilhando no chão que eu vi. Não tem muito o que ver aí. Nada nas mangas? Não. Vai, porra. Por que não tá indo? Tá, então desisto. Não vai aí nessa bosta. Tá, tem uma parada brilhando aqui, né? Ah, as balas. Entendi.
Shell casings. These look like 32s.
Tá, tem alguma coisa a ver do homem aqui? Não, eu não quero ver a mãozinha dele. Queria ver esse bolso aqui, mas o jogo não deixa. Não, a mãozinha não, porra. Jogo, para de mostrar a mão do cara. Por favor, pelo amor, gente. Que isso? Tipo, o jogo não deixa eu ver a mão dele. Não sei porquê. Aqui foi tranquilo, mas... Ou não tem nada ali, talvez. Quem sabe não tem nada ali. Talvez não tenha nada ali. Tá. Ah, para de ser chato, brother. Alguma coisa aqui? O que é isso aqui? Ah, sai fora, mulher. Dá uma bica no cadáver aí. Oh, arma. E aí?
FN Browning. Serial number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here. This guy in the crowd thinks he saw something, Cole. You better take a statement.
Cadê a testemunha?
Don't you people have anything better to do?
Can I help you, sir?
Vamos ver isso aqui.
Probably nothing.
Pô, é só abrir o negócio pra ver.
Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Tá. Empregada da loja de sapatos, testemunha ocular do assassinato de Everett Gage. Tá.
You think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
You're lying, Miss Galletta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Tiros. Tarará.
How dare you accuse me of lying? God, I think you're horrible.
Meu Deus, desculpa.
A man is dead, Miss Scaletta, and it's a criminal offense to lie to a police officer. I ought to take you downtown.
Get out!
Já fudiu o negócio, primeira parada.
Send in one of the other policemen if you must, but I won't say another word to you.
Ai, que bosta. Eu sou péssimo jogando pessoas, então... Sou, talvez.
We have the murder weapon?
No murderer. The girl saw it all, but she clammed up on it. We could trace the gun.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Já fudiu o negócio no primeiro rolê, velho. Que maravilha. Loja de armas. Vamos lá.
What did I tell you about going too hard on the witness? She's a store assistant, not a prisoner of war.
Is that supposed to be funny?
I'm just saying that sometimes you need to pour some sugar on these broads. A little bedside manner can go a long way.
And since when are you the expert? We got the murder weapon, didn't we?
You shouldn't dole it out if you can't take it, Phelps. She was a looker, though. Tell me I'm wrong.
No wonder you're suddenly so obsessed with bedside manner.
É, né? Peguei pesado com a senhorinha. Olha lá, ia saber que a mina tá puta. Ia ficar puta. Ah, vai se fuder, velho. Tá sensível? Pode, desculpa. Não bati em ninguém. Sucesso. Já é o começo, né? Estacionei top. Isso que importa. E aí, véi?
Officers, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Caillou. Edgar Caillou was his name. Thing looked like it'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Caillou?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Vamos lá, possante. Vamos ver o que tem agora. Pistas. Tiros. Quadrado para tiros. O mesmo homem. Documento de venda a prazo. Recibo de brincos, pérolas feito no banco de Arcadia. Munição calibre 32. Arma FM Browning. Tá. O dono da loja testou, colocou por cima a pistola Browning. Série. Pessoas. Everett Gage. Claves. Já ficou puta. Tem muito o que fazer. Vamos lá no possante. Desculpa, senhora. Vamos lá. Estamos numa investigação. Vocês que saiam da frente, tá? Ah, porra! Foi isso, velho. Nossa. Desculpa. De verdade. Carro todo fudido.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
As ideias do maluco, mano. Meteu o pé. Tá devendo, né?
Kalu, get back here!
Quem não deve não teme, tu tá devendo. Não posso atirar não, pô.
Too late, Kalu!
Vamos lá. Deixa eu dar um tirinho nele. No pezinho. Não pode tirar. Ah, cara, que merda. Ah, não é a polícia do Brasil, né?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go,
Vamos lá.
go, go!
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
Vamos ter que pegar ele na correria mesmo.
Kalu, get back here!
Mas ó, aprende, Sebastian. Isso é um policial pica. O cara não cansa só de dar uma corridinha. Me dá um que eu posso tirar? Né?
Too late, Kalu!
Tá, não deu ainda. Não consegui me atirar nele. Vamos lá. Deu bom? Caralho, deu bom. Doeu, hein?
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
Olha o sorrisão do maluco lá.
The case that makes you and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Não prometo nada, velho. Já fiz caca com a senhorinha?
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
Descobertas. Dar como uma evidência incorreta vai fazer que sua credibilidade seja abalada.
You blew a man out of his socks over an empty grudge, you son of a bitch. Do you think I have sympathy for you?
That's the way. Keep needling me. Try the rough stuff, and my lawyer will be making an official complaint. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps.
Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Caralho, o maluco gritou comigo. Cê é louco. Eu tentei falar os bagulho ali, por que não deu? Tem que usar a intuição mesmo?
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood.
O jogo deu a dica da intuição. Dentro do tiroteio.
Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
Tá, vamos usar aquela parada da intuição.
Come on, Mr. Kalu. Make this easier on yourself. Get it off your conscience.
You think I'm stupid?
Cara, que porra foi essa?
Do whatever you want because you're a nice guy. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Que porra foi essa, jogo?
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps.
Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Cara, tu vai... Olha essa pressão, cara. Pressão alta é um perigo, hein?
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my
Não,
lawyer.
não chegou ainda, filho da puta.
Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Documentos, munição, arma para pé. Incidente de
Let's talk
tiroteio.
about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
Tá, mas... Olhar caderno. Tiros, tá.
You deny owning a Browning pistol, serial number 01138.
I owned a gun, yes, but it was stolen in a burglary a couple years ago. You can't prove I used my gun on Gage.
Documento, evidência-chave.
Gage was an asshole, but his death wasn't down to me.
Puta que pariu, hein?
I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done.
Tudo tá errado também. Tudo que eu pergunto é errado. Esta bosta. Mano, cu.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps.
Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Tá, eu já sei que tu quer uma confissão, velho. O coração vai explodir daqui a pouco de tanto estresse.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah,
I'm
eu
sure
já
my lawyer can
entendi.
clear all this up.
É mentira.
You deny owning a Browning pistol, serial number 01138.
I owned a gun, yes, but it was stolen in a burglary a couple years ago. You can't prove I used my gun on Gage.
You had the gun cleaned
Finalmente.
and bought a new box of ammunition. The store owner remembers you and where you worked.
Is that so? It's amazing what the Nebushes will recall when it suits them.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dúvida?
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy putt snatcher? You and that stup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Finalmente deu bom.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just, Officer Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
Promoçãozinha, ulala. Tem certeza que eu estou apto? Não sei. Departamento de Polícia de Los Angeles. Informação de aptidão do agente. Técnica de investigação sólida. Destreza com armas. Plena condição física. Ele correu bem. Melhor que Sebastian. Ciência de interrogatório. A terceira tentativa vai. Mas vamos ficando por aqui e continuamos depois. Porque, nossa, mamei legal no interrogatório ali. Que merda.